Hey, hey, hey.
What's going on?
Welcome to Monday night. What's going on, Bam?
I was scratching an itch. You know, that
No,
is
you
one of
weren't
my
picking your
one of my
nose.
most favorite pictures I've ever taken of.
The one where you're like this.
Yeah. I love that picture.
It's a fun picture.
Yeah, I was at my neighbor's house and her daughter's hat was laying on the counter. I'm like, oh, check this out. And I put it on my head and I'm like, look at me. And she snapped a picture.
Nice. Perfect. You still talk to her, right?
Yeah, she actually just flew to Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Tell her we're using her photograph if we got her permission. Hey.
What up, Betty?
Well, look who's back. Good evening. Yes. Took me a couple days to recover. Well, maybe a day and a half.
Yeah, you got in like just last night.
Yeah, about 11. Hi, Betty. Harlingen, Texas Expo.
Ooh.
I believe I know who that is.
I'm digging those palm trees.
A lot of palm trees died in this freeze we had not long ago.
Freeze? You got a heat wave going on. What are you talking about, a freeze?
Now, but we had a freeze went on a couple months ago.
What's up, Tooth?
What's up, Saber? We're going to talk about Kamala? Yeah, that too.
Oh, that hoe.
She's so...
She's such a ho-ho. She's on the box of ho-hos.
That is a cool picture, Bam.
I like it. You know, it is one of my favorite pictures. And then she's got like a card one where it's just like glasses and a hat. And you see like this, my mouth on down or my nose on down. And that's a real fun one too, because I'm like.
Yeah, on that picture, the one we're using now, you totally look wasted.
You never know. I could have been.
Never know. Don't ask, don't tell.
You never know. What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe? Man, Joe be a cook. You're like I know I asked you this before. You're like a professional cook.
He's a baker. He likes bacon.
Man, he makes some good stuff. At least it looks good in the photographs.
What up, Nadia?
Present. Nadia's here. How you doing, Manny?
I seen a picture of Victoria with her daddy at graduation. It was a good-looking picture.
That is a nice picture.
Hi, Hilda.
Hilda, ¿qué pasa? Sharky says, hello. I knew it.
Snark.
I knew it. What's up, Sharky? Good evening. You don't have the Cubs game in the background. Yeah, I know. I was going to grab that, and I ran out of time. I was going to shave. Bam said, yeah, you either got to color it in black.
I told him to get some of that mascara and like color in the little white hairs, but then he would have to color it all in because it'd be like gray and black. He'd have to do it all.
Coloring it to black looks weird.
Well, it'd match your hair.
Good evening, Chuck. How are you, sir? Marisa.
What's up, Marissa?
How's the family?
So now I got the damn hiccups.
That's a cute little girl they got. Cute little girl. If you haven't seen the pictures yet. I have 19 palms coming up that I am growing from seeds. I hope they grow nicely. Are you going to be alive to see them grow?
Seriously, because they're like a tree. I mean, it takes like decades for it to grow.
How long do they take? Yeah, that's got to be a while.
Yeah, from seed to like an actual tree that maybe you could climb. I'm guessing 35, 40 years.
That's what I was thinking, at least 20, something like that, 20, 25. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Hi,
hey, Laura, welcome. So, yeah, I haven't been on a lot. Part of it was, as you guys know already, that crappy internet.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately.
Lies in the seat. You lie like this rug I'm sitting on.
Hilton, at that particular location, you got to do better with the internet. That's horrible.
Lies
Chris,
in the seat.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, bud?
Yo, Chris.
Welcome. Go Cubs. Oscar, ¿qué pasa?
What up,
How are you
G?
doing? So,
Oscar's got a Jeep sitting in his driveway there. He's a good man. I knew I liked him.
Is that what you had before? I thought he had a different car on there before. Was that the same picture you had, the same car in the other photo, Oscar? Betty Rubble, really, I'm not that old to see them grow. Well, not that you were going to be old, but
We're
I don't
never
know.
old. We're just mature.
I don't know how long that takes. That's a good question to ask a horticulturist or a tree. What do you call a tree specialist? Is there
Tree
a palm
doctor.
tree? Is there such thing as a palm tree specialist?
Tree doctor.
Besides gas and wood. Well, gas prices are crawling up there little by little, aren't they? Higher and higher.
Well, evidently so is wood, because one of the kids that used to work with us in South Dakota, Trevor, he took a picture of some 2x4s in the back of his pickup, and I think he said it was $450, and I swear he didn't have but like maybe 18, maybe 20 2x4s in there. And I think he said $450 worth of wood. I'm like, holy shit, it's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Things are way out of control right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You shut the damn world down for a year and everything goes sky high when I mean, even McDonald's is giving away a goddamn iPhone if you go to work for them for 6 months.
This is true. You go to McDonald's, sign up. If you're there 6 months later, they'll give you a new iPhone.
I mean, I need a new phone, but...
No. McDonald's wasn't the iPhone, was it?
Yeah.
McDonald's was given cash just to interview.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they were given $50 cash just for you to apply and interview. Not even if they hired you, or whether they hired you or not didn't matter.
No, I didn't hear that.
The fact that you would sit there and interview, they'd give you $50. How do you like them apples? I'm telling you, there's more jobs than there are people right now.
Well, yeah, and then our blood bank up here where I live, they're giving you $1,000 to donate blood.
$1,000.
$1,000. I could use $1,000, but I have this whole issue. Hey, Ben, I have this whole issue with bodily fluids. Like, I don't want anybody's bodily fluid in me, and I don't want my bodily fluid in anybody else. It's just really gross.
Yeah, kind of like Seinfeld episode where Jerry needed a transfusion and he got it from Kramer.
I have no idea. I don't watch
that.
Seinfeld.
Was so funny. That was funny. Hey, Ben. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know. Plans are kind of changing day by day. So I'm thinking maybe Chicago will be a trip for a couple days. Then we can meet up. What do you think, Bam?
Yeah, as long as it's this week, because I'm kind of like on vacation this week, not by choice. My car's in the body shop, so I'm on vacation this week.
Oh, bummer. Okay, so Ben, I'll let you know. So how are you going to get downtown?
I have a rental.
Oh, okay.
I just hope the damn thing knows how to park itself, because I can't parallel park worth of shit. That's why I bought a vehicle that could parallel park. So I don't know if this damn thing will.
So is that a Hummer or a Humvee? I can't tell from that photo.
I kind of thought it was. Oh no! Look at the hubcap. That's a Hummer. I can see the hubcap now. At first glance, it looked like a Jeep.
You mean like a? No, I know, but is it a Hummer or a Humvee, like the original Army military Humvee?
Oh, like the
or is
first
it like
gen.
the H2 or something?
It's a Hummer.
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, I know what you meant. We want to build a deck on a house, but not with these wood prices. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait another year or so.
Yeah,
unless you want to spend $8,000 on wood.
Seriously, yeah, I mean, composite's probably cheaper than wood at this point.
Wood theft is on the rise. Black wood market. I'm being serious. Yeah, I know it is. The construction sites now got to hire armed security because people are going in there and stealing lumber.
Hell no.
Yep. And this time it's not the mob that used to do that stuff. Now it's regular people trying to get wood. Is it Walmart doing the iPhone? No, I don't think it was Walmart. I'll go back and check.
I know there's McDonald's in Illinois doing the iPhone here.
Dang. Hey, you know what? Go to McDonald's, sign up, work for 6 months, and get the iPhone, and then quit. Go to the Hard Rock Casino tomorrow in Gary. Oh, Gary. What a beautiful town.
Yeah.
Not.
I didn't know they had a Hard Rock there.
We're
supposed to be getting one here in Rockford, but God only knows when that's happening with this fucking goddamn governor we have.
Pritzker. Hey, Hungry Hippo, welcome.
What's up there, Hippo?
So, a couple of interesting things in the news today. And I find this hilarious. And people are trying to convince me that it's a real thing, but you know what? I don't see it. I don't get it. I'm not impressed.
What's a thing?
That people are migrating to the U.S. because of climate change. Okay, what message did I miss? I didn't skip any message. What did I skip?
Well, sometimes it jumps really quick on you if you're not paying attention.
Here. Okay, families. Well, thank you for asking. Accounting is ASA in the school year. I did not skip anything intentionally. Jeez. That one, I was about to click on it, and then Ben's popped up right
it jumps
here.
on you extremely fast.
I know. Yeah, you found that out, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Chuck. Yeah, I know. With you, Chuck. Me and Chuck got into it a little bit. No, we didn't get into it. We were just having a disagreement. So, apparently...
What's our doing?
And the reason for this, they're saying that there's a drought, all right? So crops are dying. People can't grow their crops. They can't grow their goods. They can't grow them. They can't sell them. They can't sell them. They can't earn money and feed the family. But, climate change, in my opinion, and it's not professional, in my opinion, the climate's going to change. It's not. How can it be steady forever?
Well, and it does, and that's why a lot of that ice shelf in the Antarctic is falling and melting, and the oceans are rising.
So, Vice President Kamala Harris on Sunday insisted that the main drivers of the migrant surge to the southern border are climate and the economy. Well, the economy, obviously, everybody wants to come here and make money. I get that part. As Harris arrived in Guatemala after the Guatemalan president blamed the change in U.S. administrations for the crisis. Harris's spokesperson, Simone Sanders, told reporters that climate and the economy were among the main drivers of the surge in migrants that saw more than 178,000 migrants hit the border in April alone. And that continued to spike February and March. So then the president of Guatemala, or the Minister of Foreign Affairs, he said, no, I blame President Biden. And even Kamala just said it today. Don't come here. She said it. I don't know if you saw that or not. She said, don't come here. You will be turned away. Now, remember when Trump said that?
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, how could you do such a thing? They're humans. They're humans. You're such a mean man. You're an asshole.
Yeah. My, how times change.
Well, and we've said it for years. If a Democrat does it, it's okay. But if a Republican does it, yeah, you're an asshole. You're shit. You don't know anything. But it's all right if a Democrat does it.
Chuck, you ever been to Chicago? I swear to God, it could be snowing in the morning and then 65 degrees, 6 hours later.
It can. I've seen it happen. I've seen snowflakes the size of huge cotton balls fly from the sky in Chicago once.
I've been to the Cubs game where morning it was snowing, the afternoon they got a nice spring day, and the opposite. It's snowing in mid-April in Chicago, and then the next day it's back to 60 degrees. So it's not climate change; it's just the weather. I don't know. It's the weather.
Well, up here we don't have 4 seasons anymore. We have about 2.5 seasons. We don't have 4 seasons anymore. You have summer, and you have winter, and you get a dash of spring and a smidge of fall. That's what we get up here. And it's probably been that way for a good, 20 years or so.
I know. They've been saying the climate's been changing for the last, since I can remember.
And I do remember being a kid, like in the 70s and 80s, and we actually had 4 seasons. But I think when we hit the 2000s, we went to like 3 seasons. Now we're at like 2 1/4.
You know what's more dangerous than the climate change? This critical race theory they're talking about lately. It's been around all the time, but now all of a sudden they are really pushing this thing. That's more dangerous than the weather. It's not climate change. They've been getting slammed by hurricanes and are having serious food crisis. They are. It's. I don't know. I know, Chris. I don't know how do you get that message through to people? If you've lived any amount of years on this planet, it's been cold when it's supposed to be warm. It's been hot when it's supposed to be snowing. It's been like that forever. It's not a conspiracy or somebody waving their magic wand.
Oh no, it's a conspiracy to the millennials and XYZs and whatever the hell we're calling them these days, just coming out of college. It's a conspiracy.
Shoot, in Nebraska, I had 42 degrees at 5 a.m. And by 11 o'clock, it was 60. By 3 o'clock, it was 72. That's a big swing there. Chuck Roper knew what it was. That's why I came to visit. And crap, it's been 80s and 90s here. Hell, I'm waiting for the cool stuff.
Keep waiting, Ben.
Yeah, you know. Okay, we'll talk about that later. I got something else to say. We can have all 4 seasons in one day down here. And we have. People leaving because of crime gangs, majority corrupt government. That's the real reason. I don't know if Guatemala is corrupt. Well, I mean, you can argue, say it all.
Go look at Congress.
Administrations
They're the
are
corrupt motherfuckers.
And I don't know how corrupt their administration is, but yeah, you can definitely say that. So anyway, so she finally comes out of her hole and comes out to see the Guatemalan president. She has yet to come to the border. She has yet to come to the border. She has yet to come to the border, but she's over there talking about what's going on at the border.
Yeah, she won't come to the border because then she has to face it, and then she has to talk about it. And you know, if we don't see it, it doesn't exist. Is the way our government is. I mean, look at fucking Nadler. Oh, there's no crimes going on. There's no protests going on. That Trump did that.
Yeah, Trump did that.
Trump did that. Fucking Nadler. He's a piece of work.
Oh, do you see this soccer thing I put up? All right, we got a lot of Mexican people in here. Not that only Mexicans like soccer, because I don't.
Brazilians are big on soccer.
Yeah, but the way people hate baseball, that's how I hate soccer. I'm just not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of sports, period.
Okay, so the U.S. played Mexico in soccer.
Did we win?
And here's one little short clip. The moment of truth,
that goalie
right here.
He's got an awful lot of energy. Look at him bouncing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Pulisic! Buries it in the upper 90s!
There it is.
Whoa,
the
don't
US
stop
wins.
there. Take the short stuff, too.
In which the U.S. have shown so much character.
What's up
It's
with
their
the
first ever
Pepto-Bismol pink
Champions
shirts?
League winner who played in the final.
So in that mess, you see all the bottles flying and stuff?
USA 3, Mexico 2 in extra time.
So in all that crap flying around, somebody threw a bottle. I think it was a glass bottle, if I'm not mistaken, beamed him in the head.
Being two in the head. Number 10?
Yeah. Or
Well,
somebody
what an
got beat in the head. I think it was him who got beat in the head. Here. Well, I agree. Superstar Christian Pulisic, I'll pronounce it that way, it's probably wrong, successfully converted a penalty kick in the second half of the extra time to lift the U.S. men's national team to a 3-2 victory over Mexico in their first National League final Sunday night. After he scored the eventual game-winning goal, the match was stopped for about 3 minutes during a second half stoppage time because of discriminatory fan chants at Empower Mile High in Denver. Let's see. Okay. The U.S. and attacker Gio Reyna was drilled in the face with an object thrown from a fan. He was down on the field for several minutes. So you get stupid idiots, fans.
Oh, I hope the motherfucker was arrested.
I mean, I get it. You love the sport, but then you get passionate, but that's no excuse for that crap.
Yeah, no, that's not cool.
And I shouldn't, I don't know. Did I assume on my thing he was a Mexican? I hope I didn't. I don't think I did. Let's see. Being drunk. Oh, no, I just said being drunk. Being a drunk. That's all I said.
There's nothing wrong with being a drunkard. I've been one many, many, many times in my life.
When you're a drunkard, you just do stupid crap. All right?
Only once or twice.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Typically,
the time.
I keep a good handle on my actions when I'm drunk.
Yeah, so
I stay at home, so that's why I don't really do stupid shit. So,
and then there was a fight this weekend. What's his name? The white dude. I just thought about that.
Why is he got to be white?
I'll look that up later because he's white, pretty much. Manny, you have been from north to south. How does the heat differ from Texas to Chicago? Well, Texas is a lot more humid. Chicago is humid. You got Lake Michigan right there too.
Oh yeah, and it downtown when it's not windy. Oh my God, it feels like you're in a freaking oven. The heat is just coming up off the concrete. It's radiating off the buildings. I mean, you feel like you're just being cooked.
But Texas is like an oven. This morning I went out for a minute. Holy crap! I thought my face was gonna melt like the dude from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Remember
in that scene?
The scene toward the end.
I was just thinking of that before you fucking said Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, it's hot down here and it's more humid. That's the killer right there. The humidity. It is an ugly reality. Are spiders having a media interface? Yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty funny, Liz.
I liked it, Liz. Good comment there.
I love my three. That's what they call them. The three. What does that mean? Three.
Try. That's try.
Yeah, I know. But it's what they call their Mexican something, the league or the team or whatever. I'm not well versed in the soccer, period. So somebody's gonna have to educate me on that. They don't really have to because I don't really care, but I'll talk about it. Boo, Bam! You have to love sports.
Nope.
Not Bam.
Nope.
And tell us why, Bam.
Because all it does is fuck up my TV.
And
I mean, I really can't see paying somebody
traffic.
Well, yeah, traffic sucks. But I really can't see paying somebody multi-millions of dollars to kick a little ball around. I mean, come the fuck on. I don't see a point in it.
It's entertainment.
No, entertainment is called a good movie. Entertainment is called good porn.
Yeah.
That's awfully entertaining.
That's debatable, but I'm talking regular family entertainment here.
Speaking of family entertainment.
Oh, boy.
I seen a movie yesterday.
It was a backup. Okay.
It was on Netflix, I believe. It was called Blue Miracle.
The Best American Player. Okay. Oh, that's what okay. I heard the name before. I guess I didn't put the two and two together until just now when you said that. I heard something about that. The Blue what?
Miracle.
Is that about the dude that's got not an orphanage, but he like rescues kids or something?
Yes. And he won a marlin fishing contest to save his orphanage. Really good movie.
Oh,
I highly suggest it.
Got caught up in a hooligan fight in a pub, England, before the game. Got caught up again with the same groups after the game.
So yeah, I mean, I highly suggest that movie.
Mexican flag is the tricolors of the Mexican flag.
So is Puerto Rico. It looks a lot like the Texan flag.
The green, the white, and the red. Oh, the red, white, and blue. Popular colors.
Except the Texan flag is straight. The Puerto Rican flag is kind of like a V, or it's vice versa.
Yep. So
Or verse of ice, however you prefer to say it.
a little sluggish today.
Yeah, me too. You know, and I don't know what's wrong with me, but lately, and I'd have to say the past 3 weeks, maybe 4, I've been dehydrated like a motherfucker. I mean, I cannot stop drinking water, lemonade. It's just like I cannot stop drinking. I am so dehydrated. It's not even funny. And I don't do a fucking thing. I don't get it.
I think you need to start to.
I need a starch.
Except for some small minor cheating. I haven't had a Coke. It's going to be 3 weeks this Thursday. And I say minor cheating because I had a couple of sips here and there, but I didn't finish the cup or the bottle or the can, and I tossed it out.
Then why buy it? You know, all you did is throw money away.
Only one of them was purposely bought and just to not drink it, and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh, speaking of purposely buying something, hang on.
Uh-oh. Bam, seeing the Chile flag. Chile flag. Oh, Chile, right? The country. I'm assuming you're talking about the country. So we're going to talk about this too. Have you guys seen this? Texas woman arrested for posing as a 13-year-old. She went into school, passed as a 13-year-old.
All right, Carl.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Oi, motherfuckers. Ow, bitch. Okay. I got it together now.
All right.
So I was at the grocery yesterday.
I'll come back to that story, guys.
I was at the grocery yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought something.
Uh-oh.
I bought
I know what
two
that
of
is.
them. I bought 2 of them. And I said, that's okay, Ben. You're going to come home and live in my cupboard forever.
Look at
I'm going to
that.
save you.
Look at that.
I saved Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's rice. Where did you
Well,
find that? Still
in
on the
my
shelf.
It's sitting on the shelf in the aisle. I should have bought every single one of them. But
Were there any that didn't have his image on there? What are they calling it now?
There was the ones that says Ben's Originals right next to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I seen this and I said, Ben, I'm going to save you from the bad cancel culture people. And you should have seen the looks I was getting because I was talking to a package of food. So I took Ben and his friend home and I saved them.
You're going to put them away in your safety deposit box at the bank?
I don't think I'm going to get broke into for a bag of red beans and rice.
In a few years, that could be worth something. Chuck says, so Manny, my wife and daughter are flying into Brownsville. They're going to take a bus from the plane to the terminal. Yeah, you read that, didn't you? That was one of the most annoying things I ever heard, and I bit my tongue so I wouldn't have to get in trouble and say something I shouldn't. But that was one of the most annoying freaking things I ever heard in my life. So if you didn't read the comment I posted yesterday, got off the airplane. Okay. So Brownsville's got a new terminal, brand new terminal. They had to lay new concrete down where the old terminal was. They had to knock it down. Then they had to dig. Then they had to prepare it for the concrete. Concrete was poured. Now it's got a cure for, 30 days or 45 days or something like that before they can install the jet bridges. So what happens now is you go to the new terminal, and when it's time to board, they take you downstairs, you get on a bus, and that bus drives you around the ramp to where the aircraft are parked. And the same thing happens when you come in. You fly in, you get off the airplane, you hop on the bus, and the bus drives you around to the new terminal where you cut through there, then you go to baggage claim. So there were a couple of ladies complaining. They were like, do you believe this? It's unbelievable. Do you believe we have to take a bus? And they were just going on and on about it for 10 minutes. And I'm over here going.
Well, the ones that complain like that tend to be the privileged ones.
Agreed. And I wanted to snap at them right there on the spot.
Oh, you should have.
You know what? These are pains of progress, construction pains. This is for a good cause. We're getting new airport, new jet bridges. It happens. Construction's going to happen. You know, it's for a little bit of what do you call it? A little bit of
Inconvenience.
But you know what? Before you know it, we're back to normal, and it's like so. You know, other things to bitch about.
Just like when you're standing in line at security, you got the ones bitching. I got to take my shoes off. I got to take my earrings off. I got to take this big old necklace off just to go through this metal detector thing, just to put it all back on. And you look at the woman, and she's like 85 to begin with. She shouldn't be wearing half the shit she's wearing. And you just want to reach across and slap the bitch and go, don't you think a little inconvenience is good for your safety?
For those people, I say TSA pre-check. Get it.
I did the TSA known traveler number I did the whole thing where, we've come back from another country. I just put my hand in there and I either got an X or I didn't get an X. But if I got an X, I just showed them and they're like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with you anyway.
Yeah, get TSA pre-check. It's like $85.
It's $85 for 5 years, or you could do $100 for 5 years, and you can do the whole international thing as well.
Global pre-check.
Yep.
So when you're coming back from an international trip, you don't have to wait in line. You can go right to this little place, scan your thing, and you're out of there.
Pretty much out of there, no questions asked. And, it works great when you're coming back from Jamaica with way too much rum than you're supposed to have for one person.
So TSA pre-check, regular domestic TSA pre-check, it's done in a couple of weeks. Inside of a couple of weeks, you're done. You got it, and you're good to go. Global pre-check is going to take a few months right now. They claim, Homeland Security claims they're backed up. Applications are piled up. They don't have enough personnel. They got to do an interview. They have to do a background check and all that stuff. So
I didn't renew mine because I don't travel anymore.
If you're not going to do international travel, just do a regular TSA pre-check. $85, 5 years, totally worth it. You'll never have to take off your shoes again. I found Aunt Lemons, but no picture. So pissed they took her off. Aunt Lemons.
Who's Aunt Lemons?
Does she mean Aunt Jemima? How'd you get lemons?
That's not even close to Jemima.
Betty Rubble, how'd you get lemons? Random. What's the best hole-in-the-wall restaurant in Chicago that you've been to?
Oh, sweet Jesus. I'd have to say, oh my God, there's so many.
I know. I'm going to say the Athenian Room. It's Greek.
Oh yeah, I mean, what genre of food are we going with here? First of all,
I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going Greek. Gyros, Greek chicken, that stuff. Tiny little place. It's on Webster, just off of Halstead, DePaul neighborhood, Lincoln Park area. I think it's called Webster Park.
I'm going Halstead, Chicago, a little restaurant called Jerk, and they make a really good fucking jerk chicken. Jamaican restaurant.
Halstead in Chicago. Dang, that's over there, not far from where Cabrini Green was at.
Right, it's just south of that actually, and it's a the building itself is a phenomenal building, but there's also a business in there that just opened up. It's not a lot of people know about it in Chicago, and they've been open about 4 or 5 years, and it's a bathhouse, and it's not your typical bathhouse that you're thinking of. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head.
When I'm thinking about a bathhouse, I think about a bathhouse. Remember that family show?
This particular bathhouse has waters from the Dead Sea brought over. It has one particular bath that you want dine or bathe in wine. They have a couple's bath, or you could do a single thing, and then it comes with a massage. And it's air. A. It's spelled weird. ARE, I think. Spelled really weird. Air baths. And they have like 8 different baths you can take. And I've taken some people there, and they're just like, oh my God, it's phenomenal. If you haven't been, you need to go.
You know, I've been to a place like that a long time ago. Except it was these little Asian ladies that would give you a bath, and then, you know.
Yeah, no, this isn't a happy endings place.
Oh, okay.
But the jerk chicken is in the same building, just in front of the air baths.
Chris, when are you going to Chicago, man? When are you going? We're going to meet up with Ben there pretty soon. We know Bam won't eat rice anyway. Great investment. Yeah, maggots. Bam calls them maggots.
Exactly.
It's a great small airport that's improving. It is improving. I mean, it took freaking forever, and it took way too long. And even then, you know, I got to say it. The one now could have been done better. Still could have been done much better. I find the interior too gloomy. It's not bright enough inside.
Well, what do you want to do? Sleep in an airport?
No, it's just too bright. It's not bright enough.
Oh.
It's a lobby. I think the lobby should be nice and bright. So they got these electro something windows. So when the sun is, you know, when it's too bright, it'll automatically tint. Automatically.
Well, I bet that glass was extremely cheap.
Yeah, and it's a whole gigantic wall of that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to be 30, 40, 50 feet up in the air. So that keeps, you know, it's always sunny here, right? So it keeps it dark. I don't know. I think they need to add brighter lighting on the inside. It should be bright. I don't know. You'd have to go there to see what I'm talking about.
You know, I would love to know.
It's not a bad-looking airport. It's just, it could be brighter.
I would love to know, just for instance, what Chicago Airport's electric bill is every month. Because they don't turn a fucking light off.
Yeah, no. That place is on 24/7 forever.
Yeah. I mean, I could only guess, you know, if I had to guess, I'd say $60,000 a month.
The other problem I got with the Brownsville airport is when you're in the gate area, they got those bars. You can sit on a high chair, on a tall chair, sit at a bar. You plug in your electronics, charge them right. Those bars, the chairs, the stools are flimsy.
Yeah, I don't like them anyway because, I mean, I'm short and I'm fat and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off the motherfuckers.
I'm afraid I'm going to break the freaking thing. I sit on there. You got to, like, be careful. It's not going to, it's just too flimsy.
But if you break it, just pray you don't get hurt because you got a hell of a lawsuit.
Yeah, that metal's going to go right up your.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Well, the airport looks so beautiful from the outside. Drive down Starship Road every day. Starship Road? Oh, they changed the name in honor of Elon Musk and SpaceX. Starship Road. Chuck, I'll buy you wings at CNC Wings if you're in Brownsville the week of July 4th. I think I will be here.
That's my birthday.
I think I am here that weekend. Hey, I'll take you up on that. Never say no to wings. Stupid spell check. Aunt Jerome.
Okay, so it was Jemima, not Aunt
Jerome,
and not Aunt
Jemima.
Lemons, and not Aunt Jerome. It's Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Thanks. I'll hit them up. I'm usually on the south side when I go. Yeah, let me know, man. I love showing off the city, especially going to eat. Athenian Room is a cool little place. Literally like a hole in the wall. A lot of people don't know where it's at. You want fast food like hot dogs, Italian beef, Philly steak, you can go to a place called Clark Street Dog. It's on the corner of Clark and Halstead.
Clark, Halstead, and
Barry.
It is. Yeah.
Yep. Clark Street Dog. They had a great Philly steak. Hot dogs are awesome.
Yeah, and right
Hamburgers-
behind them is a really good liquor store. ABC Liquors. No, it's not ABC Liquors.
I think
hell
it's
name?
Feldman's now. Isn't it Feldman's now? Or
No, we just got one here in Rockford. I can't remember the damn name of the place. Castle Liquors? No.
have y'all seen the prices of CNC? They're short in wings because of the shortage. Oh no, are they getting expensive too now?
Oh yeah, there's a chicken shortage and there's a beef shortage now. So yeah, I mean, I just went literally. I was at the grocery the other day when I bought Uncle Ben there. I spent $175 in groceries and only had like 4 bags. I'm like, what the fuck did I buy? It was ridiculous.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
The economy under President Biden.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I bought like 3 packages of brats, a couple packages of hot dog buns, potato salad, baked beans, and like 2 things of red beans and rice, and a case of soda. And it cost
Chris.
me
Mhm.
it cost me $170. I'm like, are you? I couldn't believe it.
Chris, you like bratwurst? You like bratwurst? You can get some good ones in Chicago, but then just drive up an hour north and you can get some good, if you like them. I don't like them. I'm just going by what everybody says. You can get some good bratwurst up north of Illinois into Wisconsin.
And yeah, you get in Wisconsin, you get some really good beer cheese.
That too. The price of wings at CNC is crazy. 6 wings for $12.95.
I remember when the motherfuckers used to be $1 a wing, and then if it was a special, it's 50 cents.
Yeah, I remember 10-cent wings. There was a place in Brownsville on Fridays, 10-cent wings.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember for $5 I can have a bunch of wings and a few drinks, and it was awesome after work.
I like my wings naked.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to our story here. This woman here, a Texas woman was arrested after spending an entire day at middle school posing as her 13-year-old daughter and documenting her experience online as administrators and most teachers failed to notice. Does she look 13? What did she do to make herself pass for 13? Okay, there's more to this. You ready? Casey Garcia, 30 of San Elizario, has since been arrested and charged with criminal trespass and tampering with government records. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office was first alerted on June 1st to several social media posts circulating online documenting the incident. So she was taken into custody at her home, blah, blah, going to school as my 13-year-old daughter. She's seen wearing a yellow hoodie, glasses, and a black face mask entering the school. Well, that helped, I'm sure, to hide her identity. Okay, so she said she wanted to prove a point about teachers teaching. So they had live students. They have live session. So they had students in the classroom and they were doing homeschooling. And she wanted to prove a point that the kids in the classroom were getting neglected because she was paying it so much attention trying to get the homeschooling and the computer thing, the online thing right, that she was oblivious to what was going on in the classroom. And I think she made her point. It's a kind of fascinating what she did. I just find it hilarious that she actually got away with it that long. And it took them that long to figure out what the heck was going on. What's up, Ozzy? How are you, my man? So, yeah, that is hilarious. I think so anyway. Buy one, get one free, still going there. Well, I don't know. Is it? I haven't had CNC wings since 2002, 2004 maybe. That was the last time I was there.
Oh, Carl.
That's the last time I was there.
Get one free. I love the BOGOs.
So, if you must know, I know Joe Biden says white supremacists. white supremacists are more of a threat than even Al Qaeda. Is that what he said?
I think pedophile Joe's more of a threat than anybody.
White supremacists. I'm telling you, critical race theory is the friggin' thing we have to eliminate. That's what's messing up. That's what's going to turn this country upside down if people keep believing in that crap. That will destroy this country. The thought that race is the only thing that matters, that you don't matter. It's your race that matters. And that's the problem with.
Yeah, the problem is everybody, or not everybody, but a good majority of the people on this planet believes there are several different races. They need to look past that and just realize there is one race on this planet. It's the human race. That's the only race on this damn planet.
I mean, that too, but when it comes to this country, you know, we want to be Americans, not you're brown and you're red and you're yellow and you're black. You know, this is supposed to be a melting pot that culminates in this is the United States. We are U.S. citizens, and they're saying that your color matters more than anything. So you have these people that will take, how to put this? Look at anybody that's of color, anybody at all, and make them the victim, right? And then you have anybody who's privileged or who makes money or who's in an upper status, and you make them the perpetrator. So, and you run that game all day long and as often as possible. That's what happens. There's got to be a victim and there's got to be the evil mastermind. Chuck says, nope, you have to talk about all races and how some have been put down.
I agree. Some ethnic groups have been put down due to the color of their skin or their education or whatever it may be. I agree that they haven't had the privilege or benefits that other ethnic backgrounds have had.
Well, what's one benefit that the blacks have had? Okay, yes, there was slavery. Nobody's denying that. Nobody's denying that. Of course, it's a horrible thing. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out.
Right.
But have they tried to make things better ever since then? I mean, is America, I've heard this before, is it more racist now than it was in the 60s? You know, was it more racist right just before Barack Obama took office? Were we more racist then than we were back in the 60s?
I don't think so. But then, you know, I've never really been racist. I don't look at color. I mean, I would typically don't date or sleep with my own race. TMI. Or ethnic background, I guess I should say.
Yeah, it was more racist. It definitely was
because
more racist.
I mean, and blacks didn't get to vote until I think the late 60s, early 70s.
It was a lot more racist. Things were, in my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinion, of course, racism exists in places. Of course, it's not a perfect country, it's not a perfect world.
You still got like those little holes here and there where you're going to find racism.
But as soon as, I'm not sorry, as soon as Barack Obama came into place and everything became about race.
Well, that's because he made it about race.
And that divided, that's where the division of the country happened first.
And to be honest with you, I still don't believe he was born in Hawaii.
Yeah, you know, the birth certificate never did come up. And the one that was flying around, I don't know if that was real or not. but it definitely did not say.
I think someone made a birth certificate. And go, oh yeah, we fucked up, and he's really not an American, but we need to make him an American.
Aurora, Illinois was bad back then. Yeah, there were a lot of places that were bad. I mean, I see it. I'm glad I didn't live through that. I'm glad I grew up just past that. You know, a lot of progress was made.
Yeah, and it was like your Rosa Parks and your people that sit in at that counter at the coffee shop.
Yeah, a lot of progress was made, and
there was a lot of
it took
people
too
that got
long.
hurt. Yeah,
it took too long to get to where we got, and you know, you could watch. We keep going back to this. You could watch All in the Family. You can watch the Jeffersons. You can watch the movie called Blazing Saddles. And there was no race riot right after the movie or after the TV show. We laughed. They used derogatory language. They insulted each other. Everyone laughed. Oh man, that was funny. And then guess what? We went on with our lives. We were not offended, crying. None of that happened. It was a different generation back then. Now, people need freaking safe spaces to go to. Universities have safe spaces where students can go and cry or be alone. And
the only people that need a safe space is the kids that ran away from home and they want to go back. And Wendy's is known as a safe place.
Wendy's?
Pretty much every Wendy's, they have
a restaurant.
They have a little sticker in the window that you can go there, and kids know that it's a safe space. They can go there and ask for help, and they're not going to be turned away, or they're not going to be frowned upon. Or if you're like one of those children that are being sex trafficked, you can run into a Wendy's.
If you're being sex trafficked, you should be able to run anywhere.
Well,
and somebody will say that.
I would fucking hope somebody would help you.
You know, what happened to people? What happened? Here, Chuck says, but because of the 60s, we are dealing with the consequences.
I don't remember a whole lot of the 60s. I was born in the 60s.
I know, but, you know, this whole thing goes... If you have little kids, you're just a newly married couple, you have kids. Now you got little kids. And 5 years from now, 10 years, 8, 15, 20 years from now they're a young adult. And you have the African-American community asking for reparations. Why should he have to pay for a 20-year-old who was not even thought about being born back then? He wasn't even a glimmer in somebody's eye. Why should he have to pay for something that other people did, terrible people did back then?
See, I have an issue with this reparations stuff. I don't think that anybody should have to pay it. It was done to your ancestors. Granted, yeah, they got a raw end of the stick. They were brought over here from Africa, treated as slaves. But once they were free. I mean, look where they're living, in one of the best countries in the world. I don't believe that anybody should have to pay for the reparations for anybody. It's water under the bridge. That's what the times were. That's what happened.
Yeah,
we've evolved. Mankind has evolved and moved on and grown and moved past that. There are no more slaves. We've gotten rid of it. We've learned.
Yeah, because you would think that's what happens as a society grows. You figure out, generally speaking, what's good and what's bad.
Right.
And people figure out, Abraham Lincoln, one of the first, this slave thing is not right. So he moved to put an end to it. And then somebody moved to put an end to him.
Yeah, John Booth Wilkinson or
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, that guy.
So you would hope any civilized society that's starting to become a society and become civilized. I know the Bible is there with the 10 Commandments, but and over time, I don't personally believe that you would need a Bible to tell you, oh, it's not good to kill somebody. It's wrong to kill somebody.
Oh, and then let's just say, okay, you're mad that your ancestors were slaves. Okay, did you know your ancestors? No. Did you talk to them? No. So you don't actually know how they felt. Yeah, I'm sure that they weren't happy about it. But you came along hundreds of years later. You have this is way beyond you. It's like, why the hell do you think you should earn money for your ancestors for over 250 years ago?
Yeah, something they had nothing to do with at all whatsoever.
That to me just says, what the fuck are you thinking?
I don't know how I got on the subject of reparations, but
I don't either. But there you have that.
Are we less racist now than we were a long time ago? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, then we got Ben. I lived through that crap, but it got better now. Yep, gotcha. Blazing Saddles, funny movie, but now cancel culture would ban it.
Cancel culture will ban a fart if they could.
If you haven't seen Blazing Saddles, give it a look.
Does that have Emilio Estevez in it?
I don't even think he was born yet.
Okay,
Blazing Saddles.
I'm thinking of something completely different.
If you haven't seen Blazing Saddles, check it out. You can laugh at the Jeffersons and the other things because they were targeted to whites. I don't know. Let's see. I have to think about that. I don't buy that all the way. They were racist against everybody,
especially George Jefferson.
Yeah, and Archie Bunker was racist against the blacks, even against Sammy Davis Jr. He made an appearance on that show. I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't, but I could actually see him on there.
And Archie Bunker was totally against trans of any type. He was against his own son-in-law, soon-to-be son-in-law.
Well, that's because he was an asshole. I mean, he was stupid.
Yeah, he was a meathead liberal. He was a meathead. And, a meathead is dead from the neck up. Just a ball of meat. That's all you got. No brain or nothing. For those of you who are not old enough to know what we're talking about, watch some of these. You can find them on YouTube or anywhere. The Jeffersons, All in the Family, Blazing Saddles, Eddie Murphy's Delirious. Look that up. See how you like that.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy in Delirious. If it's the one I'm thinking of, he opens up with gay jokes.
Oh, yeah.
He's running around on stage with red leather pants, a red leather jacket, and he's going, "Don't be looking at my ass. I know if you're looking at my ass because it gets hot.
Yep.
Don't be staring at my ass, you faggot."
And he uses the F word, and you know what? Everybody laughed. Even the gays laughed.
They did.
Everybody freaking laughed. And then it was over. Then you get over it. Oh, man, that was funny. And everybody got along just fine. And that was it. You move on with your life. That's why I moved to Brownsville, because there was no racist crap going on. Everyone was treated equal. That's because it was all brown people down here. I'm assuming that's the case because we're right at Mexico. This is practically Mexico. Ben says, Manny, I was married back in 72 to an Anglo woman, had 2 children. Mine lasted for 7 years. Could not put up with her parents' racist remarks, so I got a divorce and married now for 43 years to a happy Hispanic woman. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, racism sucks. I'm not going to say it is. I got to tell you this much. I was born and raised in Chicago, grew up there in the neighborhood, in downtown. I never had any kind of racist incident at all whatsoever. And that's the truth. I'm not protecting my city. I never did. I didn't see myself as, oh, I'm brown, they're white. I didn't. I never saw myself that way. But I don't recall ever having any kind of racist anything against me. And I worked in the neighborhood. I worked downtown. I worked on Wabash. I worked all over the place in that city. I never had anything. Now the suburbs, the further you went out, then things were a little different.
Well, that's because the suburbs are where all your privileged Nancys were, or Karens, or Heidi's, or whatever the fuck we call them. So
I asked a question earlier in the week, a couple days ago. Was it yesterday? Crap. A couple days ago. What is the term for Karen for an African American woman?
I don't think they have one.
Then we need to make one up.
Well, and I picked up a young African American woman the other day in Belvedere, which is roughly about 20 minutes from Rockford, and I took her over to the west side where she lived. We were together roughly about 45 minutes, and I'm sitting at this red light, and there's 3 or 4 other people in front of me, and all of a sudden somebody honks at me, and nobody was fucking moving, and it's a green light, and she's back there honking, and I'm like, all right, Kippy, shut the fuck up, it just changed green. And the woman in the back seat just started rolling. She's like, you're supposed to call them Karens.
That's funny.
I'm like, I'll just call them whatever the name pops in my damn head.
I don't know. And you know what? And then yeah, okay. And then we got to think about the Mexican or Hispanic term for Karen. What do we call a Hispanic Karen? What do we call a black Karen? What do we call a Asian Karen? How come they didn't come up with all those? Why is it just white? Why is it just?
Because evidently it's just the white women that are so privileged. Age. It's white women that are so privileged and think that their shit don't stink. That's what it is.
And I think for the dude, we call them, was it Terry? Are we going with Terry?
Thought it was a Ken.
And Kerry doesn't mean he's gay necessarily. It's got nothing to do with that. All in the Family was racist as hell. Well, they talked racial stuff, and they tried to make Archie. They tried to make it. They were trying to show how stupid it is, how foolish it is for somebody to be racist like that. And I think they did a good job of it.
Oh, but then the next week, Sally Struthers was on there, being send $10 to feed people in Africa.
Oh yeah. Was it Feed the World or something? Or I can't remember.
I think she did something with.
I could argue all night about this, but I have to go to sleep. All right, Chuck, have a good night. Look up Redling and how the GI Bill discriminated against black people. I'm sure it did. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was a perfect world. I'm just saying things progressed and got better now, and they were, generally speaking, they were in a good place until the Obama administration and everything just went to hell in a handbasket.
To hell.
Yeah. Good night, people. Good night, Chuck.
Night, Chuck.
Hilda Williams. Felipe. Okay, what are we talking about here, Hilda?
Tencha. Felipe Tencha. I have no clue what that means.
Is that what we're talking about? Felipe Tencha. Let's see.
This sounds like a soccer player, I bet.
Oh, no. I think she's talking about what you call a Spanish Karen.
Oh.
Tencha, for real? My neighbor's name. Tencha. Felipe? Nah, it doesn't have a... No. Kamala. Yeah, Kamala. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Nailed it. Anyway, La Llorona is a Hispanic Karen, which means a crybaby in Spanish. La Llorona. Which is a scary movie that's out. A series of scary movies. The Legend of La Llorona.
I seen another movie yesterday.
What did you watch? Oh, you were going to tell us about that Blue movie.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you were right. It was about a man that took in street boys, and that's all he did at the beginning. But after he won the tournament there, he saved his orphanage from the bank, and they added on and started taking in girls off the street. And I guess he still runs it today, him and his wife. So it's a true story. It's a good movie. I highly suggest it. Another one I seen was Bessie Smith.
Bessie Smith.
Yeah, she was a blues singer, and Queen Latifah played her.
How was that?
It was really good, and you know, I just never pictured Queen Latifah ever doing a nude scene.
She did a nude scene.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of shocked because I just always thought she had too much class.
Full frontal, you mean, or for backside, or
She was sitting down, and you just seen from the waist up in the front. So, I mean, I just always thought that she just had too much class to do a nude scene, and I'm still kind of shocked and can't get over it that she actually did.
you know, this is. Some of you might disagree, I guess. This is where Hollywood and a lot of people go bad. I mean, because you do this for money. They pay extra money when they do a nude scene.
Yeah.
And depending on how much nudity there is, it's all union contracts and stuff. So guess what? They do a little bit of nudity here. Now all of a sudden, well, that wasn't bad. So now they're doing nudity over there, and then everybody just takes on this mentality of the sexuality and the private intimacy, and just goes out the window.
Yeah.
Now you got promiscuity, and they don't care sex scenes, gratuitous sex scenes, and all that crap, and that's Hollywood, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it just blows me away that she actually would even consider it. And could we have done the movie without it? Probably. Would it have the same meaning? Probably not, because it did kind of fit the 10 minutes before and after. So, I mean, it did kind of fit it.
I don't know. I mean, you wonder, did it really make a difference in that scene or in the movie? Could they have done something else where you would assume, well, I guess she got naked?
Well, I mean, could it have been the same thing with a bra on? Chances are, yeah. And have the same meaning.
Or just come up, have the camera zoom in right when she's about to, and she's taking it off. But then by the time she takes it all the way off, now the camera's like up here.
Right.
So you can tell that she undid her or whatever, the clothes came off.
And I know with guys, when they do frontal nudity, 9 times out of 10, it's not the real thing. It's a prosthetic.
Or a body double.
That too. So I don't know if that was an option here or not. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Probably the way you do. It never, ever, ever, ever occurred to me that you would ever have done a nude scene. Okay, so you saw her 1 to 10. How's the package?
I mean, it looked a little deformed, to be honest with you. I mean, the right one looked normal, but the left one looked like it was flattened out, looked like a hammerhead shark.
Bessie, huh?
Yeah. So it's a really entertaining movie, and we all know Queen Latifah can sing, and she started out as a blues singer to begin with, and then she went rap, and then she really quit doing music altogether, and she's just acting.
Yeah, she was good in that movie. Bringing Down the House with Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, God damn, she was hilarious in that movie.
So funny. And
that's one of my favorite movies with her. Oh, I loved her in Taxi.
I thought she did a song for New Jack City, but she wasn't in New Jack City, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that she sings anymore. I think she does just for her own enjoyment anymore.
The more and more I think about it, it's like, why did she do a nude scene? She didn't have to do one.
No, she didn't. And the movie itself takes place right around the whole slavery time. Well, not slavery time frame, kind of like the racist time frame when people are the South is still kind of like, oh, you have to stay at a black hotel and you have to everything's still segregated.
Mm-hmm.
We're up at the in the north, they're a little bit more acceptable to it. But she did take she did take out a glass, or she just got a drink of gin or something, and she was at a party in New York, and some guy said said that he was writing a book, and he named the title and then put the N-word in it, and she took her drink and threw it in the guy's mouth, and he said something. Well, I guess Miss Bessie Smith is a little bit outspoken even when she's not spoken.
I don't know. I think it cheapens the actor, especially if it's just a gratuitous nude scene that they didn't have to be nude.
Yeah.
Why put a nude scene in there? You know who I thought that about? You know who didn't do a nude scene for a long time? The girl from God. The fashion movie, the fashion design, the girl that works for that fashion magazine editor.
Oh, Elle magazine?
Yeah. I don't know if it was Elle.
Mary Claire?
Nope. Oh my God. I owned a freaking movie. How come I can't think of it? The Devil Wears Prada.
Okay, that magazine. I know which one it is. I can't think of the name of it.
So that's based on a true story. A lot of people don't know. And they were talking about what's her name? The girl who played in that movie.
Oh, that was
Lordy.
Well, you had shit on me.
And I mean the young girl, not Meryl Streep.
Yeah, it's Anne
Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
Yes, Anne Hathaway. Thank you.
So Anne Hathaway didn't do nude stuff for a long time.
Right.
And then there was some movie, I don't know if it was a rape scene or a forced kind of a scene or what, but all of a sudden she's there topless. And then, I don't know, I guess I saw her different ever since then.
I think her first nude scene she ever did was Brokeback Mountain. It was a topless scene in the back of a car.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, her and not Heath Ledger, the other one. We're in the back of the car, fooling around, making babies.
So her first nude scene was a movie called The Last Thing He Wanted. Ever heard of that?
No.
So that was her first nude scene.
Well,
not that we need to put it out there or anything, but I'm just saying, I don't know. You have this perception of some, who I used to think was a goody two shoes, kind of a good girl, good actress.
Well, yeah, especially since the whole Princess Diary thing's going on with becoming the princess of Genovia.
The other one I found out she did a nude scene also when she was younger was Reese Witherspoon.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Now I know her husband did a couple of nude scenes.
Not that we're going to talk. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about nude scenes right now, because the point of it is not that we want to go see the nude scene. There's just why. And I want to say it's because of the money is why they do it, but
well, I'm sure. And then I've always wondered if you're a big name star, if they pay more for the nudity. Like here you go, you have Anne Hathaway, who's only done like maybe 2 movies, and she makes maybe $1.5 million as per movie, and then here you have Reese Witherspoon, who makes like $5 million a movie, and here you have Jane. What's her name? You just said it. Devil Wears Prada woman.
Yeah, Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, who gets $25 million a movie. Does she get paid more to show her ass than Anne Hathaway would?
Now, has Meryl Streep ever been nude in a movie? Not that I remember.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. So for me, there's a thing of respect there. You know what I mean?
Yes, Chuck. I have Sonics in Illinois.
You do have Sonic?
I do. We have Sonics in Illinois, and I love their slushies. Their slushies are really good. Their food sucks, but their slushies are good.
Gosh darn it. It's so good right now. I'd love to have a Sonic double cheeseburger, some onion rings, and a cherry limeade or whatever. Anyway, we digress. I want to see the movie The Conjuring. I think it's 4 or 5. It's called The Devil Made Me Do It. True story. Lorraine Warren and Ed Warren. One of their stories. True story. I want to see that. There's some stuff on Netflix I think I want to see.
Well, definitely check out Bessie. I think you'll like it.
So one of the things I dealt with over the weekend was I had these online training we got to do for the airline.
Oh, yes. If all the above is there, 9 times out of 10, that is the correct answer.
Yep. So I was so behind on mine. It's procrastination is what it was. Honestly, nothing more than procrastination. And I got a warning from my boss. We all did. There were a few who had some not done. And but I was the worst one. I had things that were over 90 days expired. So I decided to just get her done, and I spent 8 or 9 hours the first day doing them straight, and the second day probably another 7 or 8 hours, and then a third day maybe a couple hours. So I went and I did, I don't know, 40 some online computer-based training things. Got them all knocked out before Sunday.
I got to the point where I didn't even have to read the questions. I can look at the answer and knew what the answer was to the question.
Yeah, it's at that point. That's why I was able to speed through it so fast. I'm going to look that up. Chuck, hang on. I had the Cubs game up on another tab up here. So that's what I did my whole weekend too. It's another reason I didn't get online very much at all with a show, because I was doing training all night, all day and all night. I had to get
with
that
your
done.
Shitty internet.
With my crappy internet. I had to go down to the lobby and work on their internet in the lobby just so I can do my things. And to think that I'm going back there again. Yes, that's right. It's on HBO Max and right after, and it's at theaters too.
What is?
This movie, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Oh,
well, maybe I'll check it out. There's supposed to be a movie coming on Thursday to HBO Max, something about dancing, and I like dance. I like dance movies, especially if it's like street dance movie type things.
Because you like musicals too.
Yeah. So are you gonna make a trip up to Chicago this week?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that with Ben tomorrow. And then figure out you and your schedule.
Well,
and I say road trip to Chicago. We're gonna have pizza and Italian. I don't know. What do you like to eat? What kind of Chicago food do you like to eat, Bam?
Well, I like Gene and Georgetta's.
Well, if you're paying for steak, we'll go.
No, I'm not paying for steak, motherfucker.
Ben can pay. Ben, you gonna buy us a steak in Chicago, bro? Please. No. Ben, Gene and Giorgetti's is primo steaks. That's I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, they are really good. There's a lot of good steakhouses in Chicago. I mean, I could name like 12 of them. I don't know. We can do Illuminati's.
Oh, gotta do Illuminati's. Absolutely gotta do Illuminati's. What is that other steak place?
Well, there's Wildfire down on LaSalle and
Smith and Walensky.
Oh, is that on Clark? No, Clark is a two-way. It's on a one-way.
I think it's on State. I think.
Yeah, next to the Corn Cob buildings. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it's right there next to the Corn Cob buildings.
Yeah, Marina Towers.
Yeah.
Gibson's is another good steak place.
Gibson's is really good.
Oh man, so we're you know what? Maybe I'll do a live with us while we're while we're out eating in Chicago. How's that? That'll be fun.
Yeah, we could do a live.
That'll be freaking fun.
We could do a live. How do you do?
All right. Anything else you got? I think we're gonna wrap it up tonight.
Well, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Now I'm freaking hungry for a Sonic burger.
I want a steak.
Jeez.
And you know my birthday's coming up next month. I want a steak.
When is your birthday? July 4th? July 3rd?
5th.
5th.
Don't ask me how old I'm going to be. I have no fucking idea.
Won't ask you. Everyone, I think we're going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Jess, thanks for stopping in and saying, hey.
I am in communications with Commissioner Ben Neese. He has responded, and it sounds like he's agreeing to come on the show and do an interview. He's He's the incumbent for District 4 of Brownsville, Commissioner District 4 of Brownsville.
Well, and isn't it like vote time now to choose between Chicken Woman and Roy?
It is. Early voting has started. I got my notes here. Early voting started today. It goes from 9 to 6, Monday through Friday.
Go vote for Roy.
Saturday, it's going to be 10 to 5. And then Monday and Tuesday, again, it continues. This time, it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Early voting all the way Monday and Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then the regular election day is going to be on Saturday the 19th.
Go vote for Roy.
So vote who you want to vote for. Hopefully you have enough information out there. I'm going to have Jessica. I want to ask her if she will come back on one more time this week. And kind of a last push. And Mr. Roy Dos Santos, I asked him as well. I'm hoping to have Ben Neese. And I did reach out to Pedro Cardenas, and I haven't heard back from him yet. So the door's open. Invitation is there. And I'll let you guys know as soon as we put that together. Bam. Any last words?
One planet, one people.
One planet,
Hasta
one people.
luego.
Have a good night, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you again. Oh, hold on. What is up? The Barton post about Bradshaw's people talking crap about Roy. So somebody put out a post calling they didn't want to say it was they were getting on Roy. It was obviously a gay thing because Roy is openly gay. So a lot of lies out there apparently that Roy had multiple DUIs. He has not. Only had one. Has been fact checked. Only had one. And you know what? I'll bring that up tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow because for me, it's disturbing that, and it's obvious that a lot of people are not going to vote for him simply because he's gay. And people are really pushing that.
Which is truly fucking pathetic.
It is pathetic in this day and age.
Especially since we have a transgender person in the House of Representatives. and it's on TV as a commercial appear constantly. And I'm not talking to this doctor that was appointed, an actual transgender male that lives as a female, elected to a house-held position.
Who is
And if
that? Do you know?
I can't think of her name off the top of my head, or his name, or whatever we're calling it. The commercial's on like 30 times a day. I swear to God, it is. And if I'm not mistaken, they're even African American to boot.
Damn. So they had the whole mix there.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to find out who that is too.
And I'm like, good for them.
So yeah, Truck. Somebody really coming down on Roy. I mean, they had a personal experience where with a drunk driver took somebody's life in their family, and they're kind of bringing that on Roy and even insinuating things. It was a long post. I mean, you sympathize with them, but it's quite silly for what they're trying to do. And the fact that, and we had Roy last time. We spent that whole 45 minutes just on transgender issue, because that's all they kept hitting him with. And I think it's quite silly. Look at each candidate for what they bring, what they say they're going to bring, what their direct past experience has been, and make your judgment there. It doesn't matter if it's a man or woman or gay or straight or whatever the hell. It doesn't matter. And if you're still thinking like that, well, you need to rethink yourself a little more. It's just absolutely silly to think like that. What are we in 2021?
Yep.
Anyway, you know what? We'll discuss that tomorrow. Maybe I'll have everybody on. I'll see what I can put together for tomorrow. With that, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. We'll be back tomorrow night.
All right, guys.
I'll let you know then what time. Same bad time, same bad channel. I'll let you know what time. Most likely to be the same. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Good night. It's all right.